You can have millions in sales, but if customers don't pay you, your business can still fail. That's why understanding the accounts receivable cycle is critical for accountants, bookkeepers, and business owners. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete life cycle of accounts receivable, from the moment a sale is made, all the way to collections, write-offs, and even miracle recoveries. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 7 key journal entries every accountant needs to know for managing receivables. Let's get into it. What is the accounts receivable cycle? Accounts receivable represents money customers owe your business for goods or services you already delivered. On the balance sheet, accounts receivable is a current asset because it is expected to convert into cash within 1 year. But in the real world, accounts receivable goes through a complete life cycle. First, a sale is made on credit, creating an accounts receivable balance. Next, customers may pay their invoices, sometimes even taking an early payment discount. In some cases, customers may return goods, which reduces the receivable. At the end of the period, companies must estimate how much of their receivables may become uncollectible. Then, when a specific customer truly cannot pay, the company writes off the bad account. And occasionally, a small miracle happens. A customer pays an account that was previously written off. Let's walk through each step of this life cycle using the actual journal entries accountants record. Entry 1. Sale on account. Scenario: you sell $5,000 of goods on credit. The customer receives the product now and agrees to pay later. Below is the journal entry. What happened here? The company earned revenue, but instead of receiving cash, it received a promise to pay. That promise becomes the asset called accounts receivable. Entry 2. Early payment with discount. Scenario: the customer pays early and receives a 2% discount. Instead of paying $5,000, the customer pays $4,900. Below is the journal entry. Sales discounts is a contra revenue account. This means it reduces total revenue on the income statement. Companies offer discounts like this because getting cash sooner improves cash flow. Entry 3. Normal customer payment. Scenario: a customer pays their $2,000 invoice in full. Below is the journal entry. This is the cleanest outcome. We simply exchange one asset for another. Accounts receivable goes down and cash goes up. Accountants often call this the happy path. Entry 4. Estimating bad debt. Unfortunately, not all customers pay. At month end, companies estimate how much receivables may become uncollectible. Example: you estimate 1% of receivables will go bad, which equals $500. Below is the journal entry. This follows the matching principle. We record the expected loss in the same period as the sales. The allowance for doubtful accounts is a contra asset account that reduces accounts receivable. Entry 5. Writing off a bad account. Scenario: a specific customer goes bankrupt and owes $300. Below is the journal entry. Notice something important. There is no expense here. Why? Because we already recorded the expected loss earlier through bad debt expense. This entry simply removes the uncollectible receivable from the books. Entry 6. Recovering a written off account. Sometimes the impossible happens. A customer who was written off suddenly pays. To record this, we must first reinstate the receivable. Step 1. Reinstate the receivable. Below is the journal entry. Step 2. Record the payment. Below is the journal entry. Accountants sometimes call this the miracle entry. Entry 7. Sales returns. Scenario: a customer returns $200 of defective goods. Instead of giving cash back, the company reduces the customer's receivable balance. Below is the journal entry. Sales returns and allowances is another contra revenue account. It reduces total sales reported on the income statement. And that's the complete life cycle of accounts receivable, from the initial sale to collections, to bad debts, and even recoveries. If you understand these 7 journal entries, you understand how receivables move through a company's accounting system. Here's a quick pro tip. Your balance sheet and income statement are always connected. Every receivable entry affects both statements in some way. If this breakdown helped you understand the accounts receivable cycle, hit the like button and subscribe for more plain English accounting.